Hey, so I'm here with Marco Wetzel, and he's one of the organizers of the conference, the online conference taking place next week with a lot of people speaking. So I'm going to let you just introduce yourself and explain what this sort of online gathering is.
Yeah. Hi, Dave, and thanks for having me today here. We appreciate it to meet you. Yeah. So next week we have the Unite to Fight 2024 online conference. Basically the first and also the biggest, let's say, community-driven conference following COVID and MECFS.
And so tell us a little more details about what the dates are and what you hope it accomplishes.
So the dates are the 15th of May and the 16th of May.
Hmm.
So it's basically 2 full days where we are online and live, basically around the world. And yeah, the aim at the end of the day is for sure to raise awareness about both conditions,
Hmm.
but also to get a better recognition, yeah, and help a bit or to contribute to stop the neglect and stigmatization of these illnesses. Yeah.
Okay, so why don't you tell us just about how this came about and what the process was for sort of pulling something together like this?
Yeah. I mean, it happened, or the idea happened end of January this year when there was a young Dutch lady called Lauren, who ended her life very transparent and very open on Twitter
Hmm.
at this time. And I mean, if you are part of this bubble, you know that it's very hard to read and see such comments, and because you can feel it and you can also somehow also understand it, right? Because when you remember your own bad days that you had or have, and one day later, when I woke up in the morning, then I had this idea of a kind of a global conference where everybody's coming together
Hmm.
and yeah, trying to make some progress, right? And then on the same day, I wrote a Twitter tweet,
Hmm.
basically expressing my idea and then asking for people if they would like to join me there. And then I got some DMs, and yeah, and then a group of 5 people formed, right?
And you're all in Germany, right? You're all in Germany.
We are in Germany, exactly. I mean, but this is, I would say, by accident, right? So because my own Twitter bubble is quite mixed between yeah, a lot of continents and countries.
Hmm.
Yeah, but the first replies I got have been also from people from Germany, yes. Also long haulers.
Hmm. And so what was involved in terms of how did you get sort of the first people to sort of agree to to appear or to give talks? Was that pretty easy or was that complicated or, how did that go?
Not, I would say it was not that complicated at the beginning because I mean, if you are part of the bubble, as you know, Dave, you know all these scientists, you know, who are playing a role in both illnesses. And what we did first is we started to draft a vision, right? So we drafted a vision statement, and then we used this vision statement. So what is our goal? And then we sent messages to the first scientists,
Hmm.
and including our vision draft or vision statement. And then and then we got surprisingly a positive response directly.
And so wait, what did the vision statement say that was, that I guess presumably convincing?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have it exactly in my mind right now, but it's something like that, that we wanted to build a kind of a digital hub, you know, a digital hub. So this is the conference basically, where everybody or all stakeholders can join, can align, and can discuss and come together in order to address this topic. So talking about researchers, talking about journalists, patients, caregivers, all of the people come together in all with the aim to stop the neglect and stigmatization of these conditions. So this was the first rough idea that we had, and this is something that we expressed then also via email to the scientists, and it seems they felt attracted by this. Yeah.
And so what is your lineup in terms of how many numbers of people are giving talks and how many thousands have now registered for it?
Yeah. So I have to think about it because the number of the registrations is really increasing daily. So we are currently close to 7,000 registrations.
Okay.
Yeah. So we still expect to end up with 10,000 on the 14th of May. I hope so, at least. And from the speaker point of view, so we have 35 plus speakers. So
35, I'm sorry, 35
yeah,
plus? Okay.
yeah, 35 plus speakers. So while the majority is acting live at the conference, we have some pre-recorded messages because of time zone differences,
Mhm.
other commitments, but the majority is live, so it will be a challenge. Also from a timekeeping point of view, right?
Right.
Yeah, and at the end we have more than 20 hours of content.
And so will the content later be made available for streaming or for downloading in some form?
Yeah, we would definitely will have some solutions in place regarding this. So what we are planning is to for sure to record these sessions, yeah, obviously, and then also put them on YouTube as a stream so that you can rewatch them as you like afterwards. I mean, because also we have to acknowledge that a lot of people have other things to do. You know, we are all sick, or the patients are sick, and also cannot do this for the whole time. So we have this in place, and also we will have some subtitles then. So we will have English subtitles, German subtitles, French subtitles, and Spanish subtitles.
Okay.
It will take some time because we also here rely on the community to help us to translate and to transcript the content. So it will take some time. For 20 hours. You need some days, I would say, but it's in our plans. Yes.
And so tell us, you did some crowdfunding for some basic support. So can you tell us about the economics of this? How much did you crowdfund, and what was the sort of infrastructure that you needed to set up to be able to do this next week?
Yeah. I mean, basically, when it comes to crowdfunding, I think we are currently around 12K
Okay.
um,
12K
in
euro.
fundings, right? Euro. So this will cover our costs for our conference software for WebEx from Cisco we are
Hmm.
using for next week, and then we have some minor costs for the Twitter premium account and so on. So some smaller stuff, and the remaining money that we then still have. This is something that we will put 100% into the biomedical research for both
Okay.
conditions. Yeah, this is very important. So we get basically, or the money comes from the community, and
Hmm.
it will benefit the community in either way.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you've had any kind of major flare-ups or controversies, or pushback in any about stuff?
Yeah. So at the beginning, it was quite calm when it comes to these things, but lately, we had some controversies with some of our speakers that we announced for our opening ceremony.
Hmm.
So because of things they may have said in the past, but here I would like, I would like to ask everybody really to wait until the conference is over and then make their final judgments on it. And for sure, I mean, some people say some things maybe in the past, but if you really want to make, well, my opinion is that if you really want to make progress, then you need a lot of stakeholders on board
Hmm.
in order to make this progress, right? And this is important that we unite to fight. Yeah, is basically the the credo here.
Okay, so do you have any sort of anxieties or anything last thing you want to say about before the next week you have the conference?
So what I would like to also to address is that we got also a lot of expectations, right, from the community when it comes to the organizing factor of the conference and so on. So I really want to emphasize that we are a group of just 5 people, right? and all of these people, they are sick with long COVID. And there was also a Twitter tweet yesterday where some of our colleagues also had a bad crash because of all the stress that it is at the end, right? Doing such a thing. So this is very important to mention. So please bear with us. We are also just five people. They are sick, who are sick, and we're doing the best we can. Yeah, we hope that everything went out next week, and yeah, this is what we're aiming for.
Maybe wait a day or two to express them so that you have a little time to recover first from the event itself.
Exactly. Yes, exactly.
Okay. Listen, thanks very much. I appreciate it. I will, post this, and that'll help people hear about the events next week.